I don't know why that played twice. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today, Saturday, in an impromptu stream, card reveal, if you will. You guys know everybody here, right? My name is Chase, CR Media, as you may know me. My good friend, the real Josh Elliott. And then below us, who is having technical difficulties. You are muted. Yes. Is the handsome suntan Superman, if you will, himself, the voice of Kansas City, one of the many voices of Kansas City, as I like to call him, our good friend Hartzell Gray. We're gonna let Hartzell Gray figure out his technical difficulties and then get to it. Man, look at this. This is crazy. This is the I-70 hot tag just without the I-70.
It is.
We're live here on Fountain City Pro. Got a lot of people. Speaking of the I-70 hot tag, if you're here, who's running the social media over there?
Don't worry about it.
Our good friend Beckerman, he says, all right, ready for some announcements. Brian Roos says he wants a refund. All sales are final, my friend. Chin referee Nick Chin. I spoke with him on the phone earlier today.
Excited. How's he doing, by the way?
He's doing all right. He said he's got a little bit of an issue with his temporal lobe in his left eye. The fireball, he said, caught him. He said he tried to duck and move away from it, and when he did, it got him right in his eye. So don't know if it's his left eye or his right eye. Chancla violence sucks. We're gonna find out, man. That's one of the things. So last time we did this, we were at our good friend Kara Anderson Realty's her Reese Nichols building, or the Reese Nichols building in Lee Summit. We did this for Light It Up. We haven't done one since. Kind of got away from it a little bit. I know if for anybody watching, if you are a sponsor, if you are an event sponsor, it's our highest tier package. One of the special perks of being a event sponsor is you get to have the live stream at your place of business if you choose. So we just haven't had that yet. And speaking of the man,
oh, you're talking to me?
Yep.
Is that me? I don't know if you're talking about me. You're talking about All Steel Jay Fowler. You know, he has the man as his walk-up song. See how I just typed that into the show seamlessly. Hey, y'all. Are you ready for the show? Sorry, I couldn't hear anything. My iPad doesn't work, so there you go.
You had the button muted. So we weren't sure if you were trying to figure out how to unmute it or it's
all the above. Yes, all the above. Yeah.
Technology is beautiful when it works, ladies and gentlemen. We are -1. I don't know if he's been kidnapped or if
I'm gonna go with that. Right.
Yep. If he's been kidnapped, we'll put an APB out on him when we get off here. But for now, as they say, the show must go on. So we're gonna break this down for you guys. We got a little bit of a surprise for you, but we're mainly gonna talk about the card and what you can expect next Friday, October 18th, at the Ball Event Center. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Oh, I'm so ready. Oh, I'm so ready.
Yep. Got a ring apron, got ring padding, got ring ropes.
Got a bunch of wayward sons. Am I right?
That's right. Love it. Love it. Before we get started on this, though, guys, I do want to take an opportunity as one of our biggest sponsors, Guys Snacks, Guys Potato Chips. They will be joining the show with us on Friday. And as usual, we will have the Guys Invitational, a scramble, if you will, just to kind of let everybody know what they can expect from that. I did, we have left out some of the participants on purpose. We want it to be a little bit of a surprise. But one who could not wait to talk about it, get into it, be a part of it is somebody, Men with Morals is the company name, and his name is Burt Cameron. For those familiar, you might know Burt Cameron from Mid-States Wrestling, wrestles a little bit in Kansas. I think Burt has even been through Colorado. So definitely not an unfamiliar face, if you will. So I did have this video queued up on Facebook. Josh, when we typically try and screen share, it usually goes south really quick. So I'll let everybody.
We need like a breaking news sounder. We need like a whole Fountain City. In fact, I'll work on that. We need a Fountain City breaking news thing.
Absolutely. Josh and Hartzell, I'll let you kind of continue. Talk about what you guys love about the Guys partnership, the Guys Invitational, and everything that Guys has done so far for us.
Go ahead, Hartzell.
Cool. I can't thank Guys enough. I know it sounds like we're pandering and product placing, which is partly true, but also just because, like, I don't know, when you think Kansas City, you think certain brands, right? You think certain people, you think certain personalities. Hopefully you think certain wrestling promotions, hopefully one of ours. And like, you just, to do stuff right, like, it's pro wrestling, right? So perception's reality. So like, we want to show folks that like, we're not just a wrestling company with the best talent in the world. That is true, but we do it with homies. We do it with friends. We keep it local. I mean, that's what we do, right? So it's been just incredible to work with Guys, pulling back the curtain a little bit, starting that relation. Again, Kansas City wrestling history, right? Which is what we are all a part of that. Like, we're keeping the legacy going, so I'm going to pull back a little bit, but like working with Guys when I was at Journey Pro and having that relationship of folks who want to be a part of pro wrestling and like being able to add their name just as much as we're adding our name to the likes of like Ric Flair and Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes and insert all the folks that make KC wrestling great. So yeah, to know that we get a chance to do that with friends who are also helping us make a little bit of history and it tastes good at the same time. I mean, come on, that's what we want to do. This is what we talked about, Chase, since that day at the bar, man. Like, it's just what we do. This is great.
At the ship and the West Bottoms.
Look at us product placing everywhere, which we need to
Absolutely.
make. We're gonna work on for maybe next year some kind of official after party. We gotta figure something out. But yeah, shout out to
we'll find a close place, definitely, for sure. And this is off the cuff, Josh, I'll let you go a little bit, but one of the things that I know Hartzell's really passionate about, that I'm passionate about, that we're all passionate about, is Kansas City. And
I have a Monarch shirt on right now. Didn't even do that on purpose.
Huge shout out to places like the Ship that are able to continue in business and continue to thrive down there in the West Bottoms. If you guys haven't been to the Ship, you guys may remember Chris from Journey Pro. Go tell Chris his friends at Fountain City said sent you and said what's up.
I mean, they're part of the history book, man. We can say that the origin story started at the Ship at a bar, and I'm happy that we're here now talking about a show because I don't remember most of that interaction, but I'm happy to know it paid off.
Agreed. Agreed.
No, I don't have much to add on this, guys. You guys kind of said it. Guys is and has the best snacks in the Kansas City area, and it's cool to partner with a company like Guys, and they get that opportunity to showcase their brand to our fans and be a part of some of the upcoming and the great talent that we have in our Kansas and Missouri independent scene. And this talent that Chase is getting ready to play here, Burt Cameron, is coming to make his Fountain City Pro debut and going to look to make an impact in front of the Kansas City crowd. You can buy tickets right there. Let's put that QR code up there. Go check that out. If you have not, go scan that QR code. But the question is is Burt Cameron going to come alone, or is he going to have a furry blue someone coming with him to Kansas City?
Let's play this promo, and then we'll finish breaking down this match, because he's the only participant that has been announced yet. He is the only one who has, like I said, could not wait to post his promos. So give me 1 second here. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, right, Josh?
Yep, that's all we can do.
That's right. Here we go.
Dennis.
Hey, Bert.
Oh, man, do I have some news for you.
What's up, CNN?
I'm going to make my debut at Fountain City Pro.
Fountain City Pro, like Kansas City Fountain City
Like
Pro?
Kansas City, greater Kansas City area.
Dude, that's pretty awesome.
And I'm not just debuting in a singles match.
Whoa, tag team?
No, even better.
Four-way dance, a ladder match.
Even bigger.
Bigger? A 38-man battle royal.
No, we're not one of those shows.
Oh,
It's the Guy Snacks Invitational.
guys. Snacks.
Yes.
You mean the people that invented the barbecue chip?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
look at Kansas City doing a barbecue chip. I mean, they make the tasty mix. What about those green onion chips? Those are amazing too.
Yes,
Oh,
they
dude,
are
I love them.
all
Yes,
fantastic.
the Ridge sweet mesquite. Oh, Bert.
Mm.
Guys, chips,
Guys,
baby.
chips, because we're guys.
Guys, that's right.
And you know what we stay away from?
Cookies. Cookies are awful. Chips,
Yeah.
much better snack. That's
So
what I
much
say.
better. You want to try one?
They make a pretty good cannoli down in Westport too. I hear.
A cannoli?
I hear cannoli.
Yeah, but do you want? Have you had these?
Of course I've had them, Bert.
You
I
know
can
how
barely
good they are.
contain Myself.
Oh, don't hold back, Dennis.
Oh, God, my others are right. No. Oh.
So there you have it.
I'm ready. I am ready. Oh man, I am so excited for this show because number one, like what I'm super proud about at Fountain City is like we really, and Chase, please, I do remember this part at the ship, is that we said that we wanted to focus on bringing in a roster that you could feel like is yours. Like it is a Kansas City homegrown promotion. We're building stars. We got stars coming in. You can say you saw them win. And I mean, that is this, right? That is this. And like to see it in a scramble. I love eliminations because I'm a mark. It's great, y'all. This is gonna be so much fun. And I certainly hope that we see a certain fuzzy blue friend who can make his Fountain City debut as well.
Isn't that kind of, yin and yang?
Yes.
Dennis is a blue furry Muppet, if you will, that looks like another certain blue furry Muppet that eats a lot of cookies. And Dennis is very, very against eating cookies, but is all for eating guys' chips. So I don't hate it. We can meet in the middle somewhere, right, guys?
Absolutely. It's a perfect way to put that. I might steal that on commentary. 1000%.
The official snack of Fountain City Pro, guys snacks, guys chips. Like I said, they're going to be there. Stay tuned to their social medias. They usually do a ticket giveaway the week of the show. So definitely want to check that out.
Which is this week, by the way. That's this week.
That's this week. Friday, October 18th, which Beckerman mentioned in our Discord. If you guys haven't checked out the Fountain City Pro Discord, make sure you do. The link should be in the description of this video. If it's not, let me know. We'll put it in there for you. A lot of fun in there. We do watch-alongs. We're going to do a watch-along tonight of our show last month from September, and Justice for All, which was a fantastic show.
Fucking phenomenal. I'm gonna cuss.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Like I just finished watching myself. So good. Like
Yes.
Be proud, Kansas City, when you watch your promotion, because that was a great show.
Yes. I can tell, pulling the curtain back a little bit here. Don't want to get too off track. I had the most people walk up to us after the show and tell us that was our best show yet. Which is also, it's the goal, right, guys? to do the show better than what we did the last one. But Beckerman mentioned that October 18th is his birthday, so
let's go.
It's not a hard date to forget.
Beckerman, we'll celebrate together because mine's on the 28th. So I'm gonna make this our Wayward son birthday party.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. But past guys invitational winners, we had Heartbreak Core, Shaza McKenzie.
Yep.
We had Mighty Micah at the last show. Maybe Burt Cameron is the winner of this one. We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. You guys like that? Is that pretty good?
Get the spotlights on the shadow. Speaking of spotlights, the spotlight Logan Knight says, "Hey, I love these guys."
Hey, Logan Knight, love that guy. Love that tag team.
We do. They will not be tag teaming at this show.
Nope.
Pulling the curtain back again a little bit for you guys. This match was supposed to happen at Injustice for All. The first go around, for scheduling conflicts, it didn't work out when it came back, when it ran back the second time. So when we were able to put ink to pen or ink to paper, ink is in the pen, and put pen to paper.
It is. Yep. Science.
Yep, absolutely. And get Jake Parnell, Warhorse, on this show. The person who was bugging me the most is our good friend Logan Knight. And Logan was saying, "Hey, I want this match. I was promised this match. I understand it didn't happen, but I want this match." And so we had to oblige. We had to. So
I mean, I guess it is the question of Logan Knight, the one half of Only Friends. He just exudes charisma, and I mean, I'm a 1% subscriber. I mean, oh my god. I mean, I just give them my money for all the content. And you've got in Jake Parnell, I mean, a legend on the Mount Rushmore of Missouri wrestling, of just independent wrestling. Let's just be facts only. And this embrace of nihilism. So what do you have when you have the power of genuine good vibes and positivity going against such I'm not going to say narcissism, because that's not the same as nihilism, but such a conflict of two styles and two stories. Logan Knight at the beginning of his career, and Warhorse looking for respect after what has been an incredible career that's still going on, and one where he maybe has not gotten the respect he deserves as someone who is on the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, especially in this state, in St. Louis. I mean, we've seen Warhorse do business in Kansas City as well. So again, like, this is what Fountain City Pro is about. This right here. And I'm so happy we were able to make it work. I'm happy they were able to make it work so they can settle. It's not about us making it work. It's about them settling what could be a career-defining match and moment for both of them. So we just hit a button and signed a check. They made this happen, and we are going to sit back and see how it plays on the 18th.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen Warhorse, Jake Parnell in Kansas City in 2 years, 2.5 years?
A long time. I mean,
Do you know the date, gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the date?
I should write
the
this
date
down.
The date was Raytona Beach Bash, Journey Pro. The main event was Christian Rose versus Warhorse for the Journey Pro Championship.
Yes,
that was the last time that Warhorse was in Kansas City.
Like we said, we keep talking about history. I know I'm a nerd, but like, this is what we're talking about, y'all. Like, this is it, you know?
This is fun times, man. I'm excited. He's come close. You know, last year he was north of us in Kansas City, but he's finally making his way back. And it's cool to see what Logan Knight has done in Kansas City as well, and kind of got that crowd behind him and ready to showcase what he's made of against one of the, PWI's top 100, the last couple years. So I'm excited for it. And not only that, before we, get some of the business out of the way, Warhorse is being sponsored by R&S Landscaping. who are a landscaping company in the South Kansas City Metro and surrounding areas. So if you guys have lawn care needs, give them a shout.
Especially
And they
now,
will,
seasons are changing, and I ain't touching none of that goddamn lawn. So I need somebody to do it for me. I'm too pretty for any of that. I don't rake. The hell's a rake? Don't know what that means. But our friends do, and they, they're good at what they do, and they want to sponsor someone who is very good at what he does. I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait.
Absolutely. You guys have said everything we need to say about this one.
And a hell of a graphic too. Take a look at that.
Yes. The one thing I will add is, for Jake Parnell, who was at the very first Kansas Hall Journey Pro show. And I was going to wait a little bit longer to kind of plug this. There is going to be a Kansas Hall Journey Pro show. Do want to just plug that a little bit, and you will see Warhorse there. It's a full circle moment to see that, for him to come be one of the first people to perform in Kansas Hall for Journey Pro, to come here, perform here with us. Josh mentioned PWI. He was 2019's IWTV Wrestler of the Year. But that was, when he was head banging, metal clanging, Slim Jim eating, ruler of all ass Warhorse. And to watch him kind of hit a valley and then come back and reinvent himself as, the commissaire, Jake Parnell, Nihilism, Warhorse. Logan Knight has a lot of his hands full with this. He's got a full plate.
I'll put him in this before I forget, because it just popped. Because I have, I've got a replica belt that I'm looking at in the apartment. Jake Parnell is going to take a look, and Logan Knight for that matter, and all of us is going to take a look at who was crowned the first ever Fountain City Pro champion. And don't think that is not going to be in the back of the mind of the commissar, Jake Parnell. So,
Absolutely.
this is big for a host of different reasons. Because I know he wants to earn respect back and belts back. So this is going to be a big show.
Absolutely. Our friend Sonny Money says Journey Pro is going to be on his birthday.
Hell yeah, the day before mine. So, Sonny,
yep.
I got 2 birthday shots 10 days apart. I can't wait.
Sonny wants to know if he could sing Whitney Houston and Anita Baker during intermission.
You had me at Anita Baker and Whitney Houston. Yes,
yep.
yes.
Absolutely. Sounds like a party, my friend.
What we got next, boss man?
We have the tag team match.
Here we go.
That was this match was actually, the challenge was laid out right after And Justice for All. Austin Reddick, a little bit of history here. Austin Reddick and Ray Leon were a first round tournament match. Ray Leon and his manager, Dickie Richards, was able to steal the victory from Austin Reddick. Austin didn't forget. So Austin came to this show with his friend T2G, Tommy Too Good, and they laid out a challenge. ACFC, Austin Reddick, Tommy Too Good, against Ray Leon and a partner of his choosing. So Ray Leon's going to have to reach in that back pocket and find somebody that he knows and trusts, and that knows him and trusts him, which isn't a whole lot of people other than Dickie Richards, to face off against T2G and Austin Reddick. We saw T2G and we saw Austin and Tommy team up with Heidi Howitzer at the first show. We saw Austin in singles action, saw T2G in the guys invitational. So it'll be interesting to see them teaming up without Heidi on this show.
Yeah, I was going to say they've all seen each other, and this is a really interesting, because you mentioned that, who knows the illustrious one that you can call in. And it's not just the Rolodex of Ray Leon, right? It's also the Rolodex of Dickie. So it could literally be anyone. And, ACFC, they are a tag team. Now it's one thing to have, you know, a buddy come in and tag with me to make a statement or a point, but it's another thing to go up against and to be an actual tag team. So this is going to be fantastic. And I'm also curious because you might have noticed last show, Ray Leon, I think he kind of likes a little bit of the spotlight, and he actually maybe even likes a little bit of when the crowd cheers for him. And so I'm curious. I'm not ready to say that was a thing. I'm kind of wondering if it's legit or not. And I guess we'll find out here pretty soon. You know, he took on Jay Fowler in a battle of the assholes. And so we'll see if this is really a changing of old ways or just maybe one big con on the Fountain City Pro faithful. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because the you know, Ray Leon will adjust no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Ray was looking for every opportunity he could, but at the same time, can't you know what we've learned in the past few months of doing this is Kansas City will let us know who they want and who they don't. So Brian Ruse is under the impression that the Paradox will be the mystery partner. I guess Brian, you'll have to buy a ticket and find out, which Brian has already bought a ticket.
Got him.
He screenshotted it and sent it to me the other night after he purchased his ticket. Of course, Chin Ref says speedy recovery, Heidi. Yes. For those that have not seen the And Justice for All, it was uploaded last night on YouTube. We're going to do the watch along tonight in the Discord. If you guys haven't seen it, Heidi Hartzell and Kramer Sansone, K-Dog, absolutely murdered. I mean, there is a true crime TV show in the works to show how brutally bad those three murdered commentary. It was just phenomenal. I'm
not one to put myself over. That's just so not like me. But it was phenomenal. And that was Heidi's first time on commentary ever. Fantastic. I talk too much, but other than that, it's a great stream. The quality's probably our best sound quality we've had so far. Just a hell of a show. Excited to watch that one back tonight.
Absolutely. The next match.
Hang on one second. We don't want to skip this. The match is sponsored by Hyper Computer and Battle Games. They are a returning sponsor. They've been with us since the very beginning, been a sponsor for our entire all three shows, and now our fourth one here, Wayward Son. If you guys are in the market for a gaming computer or battle games or anything of that nature, if you need some repairs, new computer, all that good stuff, Lee will take care of you over at Hyper Computer and Battle Games. They are located in Shawnee currently. They are looking to move to a smaller shop, but I believe he is staying in Shawnee area. So go look them up if you're in the gaming computer or battle game needs.
Super dope location, like legitimately a big fan. I just finished Star Wars Outlaws, by the way. It's a phenomenal game. I want to move towards the PC route here pretty soon, so I actually might need to swing by and hit our folks up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got a graphics card that needs replaced, and I've
heard that's important.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Very important. Yeah. have to stop putting on wrestling shows and then go buy a graphics card. But as Josh said, just to kind of highlight that a little bit more, the Hypercomputer has been with us since they were with us for Light It Up, weren't they, Josh?
Yeah, they've been there every show.
Lee has been there for every show, so we want to give a huge shout out. We have competitive sponsorship packages, guys. I've worked
still available too.
Absolutely. I work in marketing, sales. I've worked for insurance agents. For the price that people pay for advertising compared to what we offer, it is extremely competitive. And what better way to get your brand and your business out in front of Kansas City, in front of a live audience, social media, and on YouTube, where it's etched in there forever until until YouTube goes away.
We're somewhere
Then
else too.
sponsor.
We're somewhere else too. Like our buddy who has us on his network.
That is correct.
Yeah, we are a lot of places, y'all. It's kind of cool, actually.
Absolutely. So, and since you brought that up, we'll take an opportunity to put Gerald.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm
over.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We're gonna put Gerald over because Gerald decided that he was going to start a streaming service for independent wrestling companies like
Which is crazy. My man is crazy. I work in media. The fact that sentence came out of his mouth is nuts.
Yes. Gerald does a lot of fantastic stuff on Wrestling Spotlight. He does interviews. He's going to have Camaro Jackson and Gary J on upcoming episodes. And I apologize because I had it right here in front of me and then I set my phone down. But he now has a website. And Josh, if you could put this in the chat or put this on the scroll for me, that would be fantastic, brother. Mr. Gerald, my gosh, what did I do? Go back 25 years? My text. Gerald, the website is www.wrestlingspotlight.live. That's where you can catch 24 hours of different stuff. Herb Simmons, which Josh and I have talked about on the I-70 hot tag. Herb Simmons SICW is on there. Glory Pro is on there. We are on there. I have jumped on Gerald's shows to break down Dynamite and to put over Fountain City. I will be on there this week. Like I said, he's always interviewing people involved in wrestling as far as wrestlers, whatever the case may be. So Gerald is always more than supportive to help put us in positions to succeed. So huge shout out to Gerald Bentley and Wrestling Spotlight.
Yep. And he's on they do Wrestling Spotlight on TCL Plus, True TV Plus, Sports TV.
Huge. That's huge.
Carbon TV. So he's all over the place. So go check him out.
Absolutely. Let's stick with the tag team thing, guys.
Do it.
Tag team match that was announced, coming off of a heartbreaking loss to the Premier. We have Calvin Aldridge and Tobias Storm, the main attraction. It depends on who you ask, of course. Some people will argue that the team is team double stuffed.
Well, I said it on commentary. When you double stuff on the regs, you become the main attraction. You know, it's back shots and headlocks. That's theirs. If you get it, you get it. Kids, ask your parents, or don't.
Or don't. Please don't. Tobias insists that we call them double stuff. I said, as soon as we get the blessing from the realist Calvin Aldridge, we will. But they're going to be taking on newcomers, making their Fountain City Pro debut. Another tag team that has been all over Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and Colorado and Rocky Mountain Pro. Chancla Violence, Angel de Paz, and Bruisador Valencia. I did notice that Bruisador Valencia made a quick appearance earlier to tell our viewers to shut up, and they suck. So it's good to know that Bruisador will not be changing characters. He will be coming in his full authentic self at the show. And tag team action, guys. Love tag team wrestling. Obviously, Josh and I have a podcast named after tag teams. Tag team wrestling here in Kansas City. Not a whole lot of history, so we want to blaze our own trail, if you will. Chin, senior official Nick Chin knows double stuffed is by far the superior name.
Far superior, yes.
But yes, cannot wait for this one. Main attraction, guys, are main attraction going to get their first victory here, or as Josh and I have found out in the past, we have a rocky history with Chancla Violence. Chancla Violence is going to do whatever it takes to win. So,
yep.
Two very fun, not fun, just two interesting styles, polar opposites. This is gonna be so. I'm the most intrigued for this match just because I have no idea what kind of direction it's gonna go. I'm such a fan of Main Attraction, aka Double Stuff. Such a fan, like good dudes. I've been in the ring against both of them, and they kicked my ass both times. So just really excited that we get a chance to just show off, like I said, tag team wrestling in Kansas City. I know we love it, and you two. I mean, there's a reason. I mean, the premiere they were not wrong. We should have had the tag ropes. That's on YouTube. Yeah.
I go ahead, Jay.
I think we did have tag ropes. I think Campbell and SK, if you saw the tag ropes that they brought, were a little bit in their favor. So
I thought we had ropes. I think they might have taken them. I thought we had.
Yeah. One was lacking in one area. The one that they gave Tobias and Calvin Aldridge. So
this is gonna be great. Chocolate Violence. Just again, also the diversity in this match. I'm just so excited. It's gonna be great. I think the crowd is going to be in their seats for this one because I think like a lot of like myself, I think folks just want to see where this is gonna go.
Yep,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm excited. This is these two teams. This is not the first time they've been in the ring against each other. So there's some history there. So, and coming into Kansas City, I believe this is Chocolate Violence's first Kansas City appearance. So, this is going to be a fun match, and I'm excited to see it. And like Chase said, we've seen Tobias and Calvin Russell here in Fountain City, and this they're looking to get their first W in an FCP. So,
do we have a sponsor for this one, or is this one up for grabs if somebody's interested?
This one is up for grabs.
Up for grabs. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's say that too. If anybody, we'll say if any that are up for grabs. If anybody wants to, after being moved from this match release card, feel free to hop in at any time.
Absolutely. Reach out to the Fountain City Pro social medias, email info@fountaincitypro.com. Josh, Hartzell, anybody involved that gets the email, we'll definitely get you guys hooked up. Like I said, it's what I want out of our sponsorships is to have an opportunity to grow. I like to call it a partnership instead of a sponsorship. Have an opportunity to grow your brand and your business with us as we grow. And that's what it is, like what we have with guys. We have benefited so much from them, and I would like to believe that they have benefited as well. And that's the whole point is I'm a small business owner. I love other small businesses growing as well. So
Fountain City is a small business, so support local.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. Next match. Let's decide which one here. Let's do this one. Is this a match? I don't know.
Well, we went from a main attraction to a special attraction. That's what this one is, y'all.
That is correct.
A blood feud, even.
This is going to be a face-to-face encounter between Midnight Guthrie and senior official Nick Chin. This goes all the way back to Light It Up in the main event match where Jay Fowler, All Steel Jay Fowler, decided to give an Olympic slam to Nick Chin.
Before you get beat up next show by All Steel, it is the Fowler slam. I don't want you to get beat up. I don't want you to take a shot from that All Steel glove.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And this has just grown from there. It has become a blood feud, if you will. Been extra hot if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Say it. That man blew fire in Nick Chin's face in front of his family. You got to say that part.
I was building up to that.
Oh, sorry. It was just
a hard sell. Midnight Guthrie has done everything except for throw the kitchen sink at Nick Chin. He has talked about his kids. He has talked about his wife. He has assaulted him. Nick Chin has tried to get his revenge. So we're gonna give the two an opportunity to come face to face on October 18th between each other. And we're going to see what comes of this. And like I said, this is very interesting because these two aren't wrestlers. We've seen Nick Chin do some pretty crazy shit, but Nick Chin is not a trained wrestler. Midnight Guthrie is not a trained wrestler. He is a manager. The other is a referee. But at the end of the day, Nick Chin is a man, and Captain Midnight Guthrie has said some things that he shouldn't have. So, sometimes as a man, you got to roll up the sleeves and fight. So we'll see what happens. And
also, I mean, the personalities that we've seen in this, you're right, blood feud. We have a cameo from Paul Walter Hauser at our last show. We probably should include that in post for the next show for Wayward Son. But I mean, all stops are being pulled out. I mean, we have seen stars, we have seen families, we have seen kids, we have seen frankly, what we've seen with our eyes has been there's only one way to settle this. I mean, this is more than just like the guy who keeps order in the ring. It's like you said, like this is a man who goes to work and clocks in for our entertainment. He puts his life on the line, and he has to try to be an impartial arbiter with you've got personalities who are through the egos that Nick Chin has to put up with and try to keep it straight-laced. But even for him, who's one of the best officials in the world, even for him, enough is enough, right? And so, this isn't like, I don't know, this ain't comedy. This is real. Like, I can't believe that. I can't believe it's gotten to this point. And so it's gotten to the point where even with the official and a manager, like, we got to settle this. And so we got to settle it.
Yeah. When's enough. And I'm looking here over at the chat. Mr. Chin doesn't want to waste much time, but he wants that confrontation to happen at the very beginning of the show. Just get it out of the way.
Not even out of the way. He cannot wait any longer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. It's not no. There's no nerves right now in Nick Chin. It is revenge. And we'll have to workshop that with the rest of the team. But I definitely understand. I understand, man.
Yeah. What my only rebuttal would be, and I'm trying to figure out how to say this because I love Nick Chin. Like I said, Nick Chin and I just had a long conversation this morning over the phone. I love Nick Chin's family. His wife used to buy Nick Chin. I used to buy Nick Chin merch from her at Journey Pro shows. And if it's me, I mean, I don't care, my size, my stature. Like, you say something about my wife and kids, there's going to be a problem. But we're forgetting a very huge pivotal point here. Somebody got hit with a fireball in their eye. And I mean, so you could essentially say that Nick Chin is a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest against a guy who not only has a freakish athlete in his corner, but also has a steel glove that he keeps in his pocket. So
I didn't want to bring it up, and Nick, I understand if you want to keep this close to the chest, but you will, I have not heard an update from our senior official, so I would assume that that's something he might want to keep to himself. But it's been noted, and I think that that's something that Captain Midnight Guthrie. I think that is part of the plan. So, Brother Chin, I hope you're not walking into a trap, my friend. We're pulling for you, but, I guess, sometimes you get what you wish for.
Absolutely. Josh, did you want to add anything?
No, pretty much said everything there needs to be said about this one. So
fantastic. So One of the things I did want to do because our good friend Hartzell brought it up, is the video with Paul Walter Hauser. Josh, we did this once already. Do we dare try it again?
Worked well the first time.
We're batting 1,000 so far. Let's give it a shot.
Let's do it. Couple things here. Let's do that. All right, we'll watch this video real quick.
Midnight Gumfrey, you say you know people? Well, I know people. Let me introduce you to somebody. Oh, hey, Midnight Gumfrey. Almost as cool as 9:30 p.m. Gumfrey, you dork. This is my friend Nick Chin. Let me tell you who I am. Paul Hauser, actor turned wrestler, and soon-to-be fan of fan club as it grows and grows and grows and grows. I might be the president of that fan club. Let me tell you something. I don't think you have a fan club. You have your mother and your grandmother, who I'm sure write your name on your underwear. You probably have a parole officer. You probably have a girl that you want to date but are too afraid to say anything to. This guy's got a wife and a kid. This is a real man. This is a real referee. And if you ever were to step in the ring with him, not as refs but as wrestlers, you'd find out that he's all man. I'm talking about my boy, Nick Chin. You dig?
You can hear Hartzell on commentary.
It's outrageous, man. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Chin family, beautiful kids, and that was gross. So I hope that Guthrie.
Oh, Camera! Yes. Unless you're Stevie Wonder or that historically unfriendly bitch Helen Keller, you all just saw what I did to Nick Chin. First time in my career, I went to the depths of hell for violence, for the sake of violence, and I cast that fireball right into his face. I burned his face off. He had it come and get into my business. You don't mess with the captain. And then his wife shows up. Next time you get in my business, lady, you'll get the same makeover, make you look better than you ever have. And now I understand. I heard rumblings here. Maybe Chin and the captain should have a confrontation at our next event, October 18th. I speak wrestling, pals. Confrontation is coded language for you want us to have a fight. Well, Nick Chin, looking like half-ass Kane now, will burn up in the face. If you want to show up and mess with the captain, step right up, because I'm America's baddest bitch. Okay, now I'm going to go deal with just himself. That's right, you want to break his nose. You want to break his nose in the ring. I'm going to break everyone's face in the ring, because I'm a bad man. I am the master and commander of the world, and when it comes to this glove, my hand rules the world. Look over there. Look over there. Over that way, Chin's going to the hospital. Not even a medical facility, an actual hospital. Because you know why? I heard him. He might be dead.
Well,
I don't think there's anything else to say. I mean,
he's not dead.
No.
No,
That is not.
But is he walking into a trap? We'll see.
We will see. I wanted to show one more thing here because a picture is worth 1,000 words. Huge shout out to our photographer Jordan Turner with Jordan Turner Photography for capturing this magical moment on photo. A picture is worth 1,000 words, they say, and that one would probably be worth 1,001.
That's perfect.
Yes. So what this confrontation is going to look like, I don't know. I wish I could tell you guys, but what I do know is that both men don't like each other, and That's how I'll leave that.
That's that.
Speaking of two men that don't like each other, which is weird because these two are mirror images of themselves. They are, just like one said, actively in a stable together in the Midwest, but both have tried to win in Kansas City, and the other one has gotten in the way, and now it's gonna get really nasty. The stiff Robo Ginger Gary J taking on Death Wish Anakin Murphy. And like I said, we've seen both men fight, claw at opportunity, and for whatever reason, the other one has stood in the way. Josh died. I killed him.
He wanted to get out of the way. He's like, I'm not going to stand in the way.
That's right. But hard sell, being in the role that you've been in Kansas City wrestling, and being a fan of Kansas City wrestling myself, and being a fan of St. Louis wrestling, we know that both of these men have a humongous past together. And yeah.
Well, it's like I said on the call, it is the present versus the future, or maybe two of the present and future, student versus teacher. The whole story has been so interesting because we had at our last show, I guess 2 shows ago, it was Gary J pissed off at Anakin. What have you given me? I've sacrificed my knowledge, my blood, my body to give you a spotlight. What have you given me? And then I thought that we had settled this. Is the last show. It's like, okay, what have you given me? Well, you know what he gave you, Gary? He gave you the match of a lifetime, right? And so I thought it was settled. And then for Kansas City's favorite twink, Anakin Murphy, to do what he did, it's more, it seems, than just pissed off. And how has teaming with Gary, with even some of this pent up emotion, how will that add to this no holds barred follow up? There's just so much to it, and add in another layer of violence. We saw a little bit of blood last show. I wouldn't rule anything. I wouldn't put anything off the table. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words, because every Gary J and Anakin match, it's kind of an unwritten thing. Like, it's going to be no holds barred because that's who they are. Like, you're going to get your ass kicked. But now we even put it on paper. It's like they already are no holds barred. What are they going to do now when the stipulation is on the nose? I'm a bit worried because it's going to be an extra level of violence. Damn.
Yes, agreed. I always thought, like, I always imagined Gary and Anakin coming to Kansas City and being a team and working together, helping one another out. Them, the current destination, formerly known as the Journey Pro champion, Aaron Williams, all 3 of them in a stable, unsigned, and don't care. And that's not the case here in Kansas City. Here in Kansas City, Anakin feels like Gary has undermined him, and Gary feels like Anakin hasn't shown enough respect, enough appreciation. And
see, that's what I'm worried about, because you mentioned their stable, their crew. Anakin now doesn't have to hold anything back in a match where he's expected to not hold anything back.
correct.
Like, God help us all.
That is the worst part about it.
Yeah.
So, I always love the line, and I always use it when I'm on commentary. the bowling shoe ugly. And we're gonna go from one ugly encounter to another one, because this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we've talked about. This is what we've built up to since Hartzell had a bag with an unknown item in it on March 8th, 2024, and pulled it out. We're not waiting 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to do this. We're doing this Friday, October 18th. We're making history. We are crowning a champion for Kansas City, an active champion. And just like we're circling back to that night where you had that belt in that bag, let's circle back to the moment, the match that captured everybody that night, when everybody said, hey, Fountain City Pro is here. They're here to stay. Like this is what we have to look forward to in a rematch of that main event.
Yep.
All Steel Jay Fowler against the Grand Regent Camaro Jackson.
It just kind of felt like it was always leading to this, right? You know, you made a great point that very first show. And we knew we were going to have a tournament, but you know, we didn't know who was going to rise to the occasion. We had some ideas, but to see this play out the way that it has now, you know, we could have done a single show tournament and it would have been awesome. I'm not knocking anybody that does that, but to be a champion, you have to represent your city, your promotion, the locker room, the ownership. I mean, you are that guy or that gal. And I think it was very important for us to have our folks know, to have our talent know, to have us figure out what it is that Fountain City Pro is. What is it that our champion is going to represent? And so we are now at the end of our season, where we have built such a beautiful thing for a champion to be proud to represent too. It's not just we want the right champ. You want that champ to be proud to wear that gold. And that is what we have on Friday. You've got in the Grand Regent a legitimate main event national television star. And then you also have in All Steel Jay Fowler a certified main event television star. And they have decided on October 18th, where they could have taken their stardom anywhere, they decided and earned their shot to be in Kansas City to fight for our biggest prize. So not only am I proud to be a part of it, I'm proud and so excited for us all to be a part of it together. No matter who is our champion, update your Twitter bio, because you also have a stake in that championship as well, Kansas City. And we crown our champion on Friday.
Absolutely. You know, we've talked about, you know, I did this with Jake Parnell. I'm going to do it with Jay Fowler. Just because, you know, Journey Pro meant a lot to you and I. Kansas City Wrestling means a lot to you and I. You know, Journey Pro, because you were involved in it, and, you know, I was a huge fan and whatnot. And so going back to Kansas on October 29th and watching the first Kansas show, you go back and you look when Justin Fowler stepped into Kansas City and who he was as, you know, the Buns of Steel.
Hell, I remember Jay. I remember Jay in the ring with Strife, man. You know, may he rest in peace. I mean, just to see the legacy and a different type of Jay Fowler, you know, it's just and all that stuff at Kansas, all the matches across the country has led them both to this point.
Yep.
You know,
to watch Justin Fowler go from being,
there you go. Yeah.
you know, from watching him go, you know, being 180 pounds soaking wet or 150 pounds soaking wet, young kid, with, you know, trying to find his identity, then to going and finding his identity and growing it a little bit. And, you know, that first show, you know, the first days of Journey Pro being just a guy trying to earn his stripes and earn his spot, and then going to being, you know, a guy building up, learning from Jeremy Wyatt and learning from Jason Strife, and then going to main event matches.
Luke Langley also.
Yeah.
Know?
Going in main event matches with Mike Bennett, Joe Hendry, to now collecting belts in Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois.
And he didn't just that wasn't a natural order of things. He went and decided he's going to take it. Same thing with Camaro. Like, that dude has decided to put St. Louis on his back. And every promotion he goes to, he puts it on his back. I think he puts Fountain City Pro on his back because that's what he wants. Like, he wants to be the face of a promotion because he is built to be the face of a promotion. And he has gotten only in better shape. He is ready. Jay Fowler is ready. And can we break a little news? Can we say something?
Yeah.
There is a reunion show. We've kind of talked about that Journey Pro show. And if we're talking about history, it would be nice to have a champion at the homecoming show, right?
It would be.
It would be. So maybe another reason to come to our show on October 18th is that you can see your champion be crowned. You can see the future of Kansas City professional wrestling. And wouldn't it be cool to see your champion, who was the future and is now the present, get a chance to show off at a show that is built on the history of professional wrestling in Kansas City? You know, that's a hell of a thing to be a part of. October 18th, just like those two have earned their way, it will be the most important place to be.
Yes. There's no hiding what we do for Fountain City. You know, everybody knows that Hartzell Gray is one of the voices on commentary, but everybody also knows that Hartzell Gray is a part of the management group of Fountain City Pro. You know, so what I will do, since Hartzell likes to break news and I don't want to be the only, or I don't want to let you get all the fun, but what I will do is I will let the people watching right now and the people that will watch this later know that October 18th will signify a new era going forward in Kansas City.
Amen.
We have talked about a reunion show that is not a part of this company, and the reason why I bring that up is because that's weird in Kansas City. They don't do that. Kansas City wrestling, they don't do that. They don't talk about the guy across the street. No, but we are. And
we open the door and say, come on inside, grab a drink.
That's right. And I bring that up because while we don't remember a lot of that night at the ship, what I will tell you is that I told you that night at the ship that we were going to change things. And of course, we're not taking responsibility for that. But what I will tell you is that we did help open the door. In October,
we is everybody on this call. We ain't just us or Josh or Michael. We is every person who's paid a ticket, every person who has shared a post on Facebook or Twitter or Insta. That's what we mean by we. That is the we. The we is us. We are the royal we.
Yes. What you're going to see is that on October 18th, the door that we all have opened, you, me, Hartzell, us, what the door that we have opened, it's going to be awesome. So we're going to close out 2024 with a fantastic show. We're going to crown a champion. In 2025, if you live in the Kansas City metro area and you are a professional wrestling fan, I promise you, after October 18th, it's going to get really, really good. Really good. So, I guess Josh, Josh is never coming back. So
No, that fireball is still traumatized him. He saw it and he's like, I have to take a walk.
He watched him get hit with the fireball. We're going to close out here, but before we do, I want to give a special shout out to all of our advertisers, sponsors, partners, again, if you will. One of our biggest partners, the Ball Event Center. I know that logo kind of looks a little weird. I wish I would have done a better logo for them. But the Ball Event Center, the home of Fountain City Pro. Let me tell you, they do corporate meetings, they do weddings, they do parties, they do all kinds of stuff, but they also do professional wrestling, and they have done a fantastic service for us. They make sure that we're well taken care of, and that we have air conditioning and heat for the fans and the talent. They make sure that we have areas to change for the talent. No matter if you're he, she, they, no matter what the case is, you have the ability to have privacy or a space. And being a fan of independent wrestling, being involved in the independent wrestling business, Hartzell, you know that sometimes that doesn't always work out.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yes. Most of the time, if somebody wants to change, they got to go do it in the bathroom. But that's not the case with Fountain City Pro, with the Ball Event Center. Cannot give them enough praise. They deserve it. Speaking of deserving it, Abco, American Body Company, they paid us in advance for our main event, to sponsor our main event all through 2024. So every main event that you have seen, Jay Fowler and Camaro Jackson twice now.
But by the way, that is like, when we give them love, and all of our partners, like, again, we're not trying to fluff. We just really appreciate like the family. To say that you want to sponsor the main event of every show without even knowing anyone on the card, I mean, that is a leap of faith, and is like so wonderful. And I'm happy that it worked out the way it's worked out every show, because it's been it's ended up being like such a good investment. And I just want to make sure we gave them love, because to be a main event sponsor in the indies, where card is so subject to change, that is a huge leap of faith. So we appreciate it.
Absolutely. American Body Company, this is why they wanted to sponsor the main event. They are looking for general mechanics, truck and trailer mechanics, and body and paint technicians.
Get you a job, folks.
Yes, absolutely.
Christmas coming up. I got a wish list too. Shit.
Yeah. A great American philosopher by the name of Terrence Howard once said, "It's hard out here for a pimp."
Come on,
so
I pay this money for the rent.
Go get you a job, a job.
This stream just got so black. I love it. I love Fountain City. Yay.
That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not a thing.
Our friend Lee Schaefer at Hypercomputer and Battle Games. If you guys are into computer gaming, need a hookup on something, give Lee a call. Lee is a small business owner out of Shawnee. Want to make sure that we show him love, because that was one of the first things he said to us when we started is, I want to be involved in what you guys are doing. So definitely go give him a shout. Our friends, Pops, ice cream, candy, homemade fudge. They have been outside at our last two events.
It was excellent. My God.
Yeah, absolutely. They got me a root beer. I got a root beer float with root beer flavored ice cream. Yes. Make sure you go give them a shout. They are a local business. They park their food truck outside the Ball Event Center and serve you guys.
I love that. Beautiful logo.
Absolutely. Our friends over at RNS Landscaping, Riley and Sons.
Yep.
Let us take care of your lawn. They do mowing, trimming, fertilization, weed control, lawn aeration, and overseeding. Make sure you give them a call. Our friend Ross, Wrestling Spotlight, WrestlingSpotlight.tv. Yes, WrestlingSpotlight.live.
That live, yep.
is what it is. Make sure you go check that out. We are on there. Glory Pro is on there. Various others. You'll also see the interviews that Gerald Bentley does with wrestling personalities like Gary J and Camaro Jackson, who are going to be on our show. And then last but definitely not least, our guys, our friends over there at Guys Snacks, Miller Marketing Distribution. They do Spanish Gardens, Caldwell Burgers, guys. No matter what, make sure you come check them out.
Are they Una Familia Tequila too?
Huh?
Una Familia Tequila? I think that's them too, right?
That is correct. They got that tequila as well.
Yeah, they do.
So,
yeah, they do.
Yeah. Absolutely. And just off this live stream alone, Hartzell, we were able to lock down another partner.
No shit.
Another friend, another partner, if you will, out of Overland Park, Kansas. Want to introduce you guys to D's Dumpster and Junk.
Hell yeah.
They're going to do clean outs, junk removal, whatever the case is. As you see the picture back there, got that F-250 over there sucking up leaves. So definitely give them a call for any junk, dumpster rental, house garage clean outs, apartment clean outs, leaf removal, all kinds of stuff.
We have broken so much news in just like an hour 20. Look at us go. That's pretty efficient.
It is. I love it. So definitely go give D's Dumpsters. Find them on social media, give them a like, give them a follow. Part of this thing is to help people grow, as they help us grow. And that's what's important. That's what's important to me. That's what's important to us. We want to grow Fountain City Pro and grow businesses as well. And what better way to do that than to sponsor professional wrestling?
It's going to be a great show. I mean, again, like it is the perfect way to close out, a hell of an inaugural year. Wayward Son is, I think, the perfect title to close out to. Lay your weary head to rest, y'all. Don't you cry no more. Fountain City Pro is here. We ain't going nowhere.
Correct.
We ain't going nowhere.
No, sir. God, and when you say stuff, you have a way with words, my friend. Is when you say stuff, I sit here and think of something and I'll go, man, I really should have included that as well. Let's include it. Why not? Break more news here, if you will. Because as Hartzell said, don't fret. Fountain City Pro isn't going anywhere. In fact, I'll let you know that Fountain City Pro has penciled in 6 2025 dates right now, and we are looking at adding more. So if you're wondering, man, hopefully they don't crown a champion at Wayward Son and then close their doors later on. No, not going to happen. Our good friends at the Ball Event Center and us here at Fountain City Pro have already signed. We are locked in for at least 6 dates. So, yeah, and possibly more to come. So can't give everything away, right? Got to save a little bit. We've got to save a little bit.
What the hell are we doing? We got excited.
That's right. So as we close out, guys, if you guys haven't already, make sure you scan the QR code, get your tickets. We're gonna have a fantastic time. One of the things I will tell you as well as we go forward, there will be an event the day after ours. Our friends over at Heartland Championship Wrestling will be running an event in Leavenworth, Kansas. Tickets, I think, start out at $10. So if you are not all wrestled out by the end of the night with our show, head up to Leavenworth, Kansas at the Leavenworth Local Hotel. My favorite thing about the Leavenworth Local Hotel, Hartzell, open bar, baby.
Oh yeah, you just stay
Open
put.
bar.
You just stay there.
Yep.
That's my favorite part.
They got
You
a
just
bar. They got a bar right before you walk into the gymnasium where Billy Simmons and HCW holds their shows.
Yep.
And you can get a drink, and then you can also get you a hotel room. So
been there, done that.
Yep, absolutely. Drinks, wrestling, and hotels. It's three combos that I don't understand why they go together. Like I usually say cocaine and waffles. I can't say that anymore.
I mean, the point is still made. Listen, if it ain't, I love it when a plan comes together, and we have a hell of a itinerary. Friday, Saturday, Journey show. 10 days after ours and 9 days after ours. I mean, a great calendar, a great way to close out the year. In Kansas City, we got a good thing too. St. Louis is doing an amazing, honestly, maybe the model of how you do regional city municipal wrestling. But guess what? We can do that too. And not only is it's not this thing, it's hey, let's all work together and build this beautiful thing that we call pro wrestling.
Absolutely. I don't think I have anything to add to that. That was perfect.
I got nothing.
Absolutely.
Go get tickets. That's what we got. Buy your ticket.
Yes, absolutely. Scan the QR code. Go buy you a ticket. If you guys want merch, the link to the merch is down there. I promise you, if you guys buy the merch before Thursday night, I will, if you message the Fountain City Pro account and let me know that you bought the merch, I will have it made and I will have it for you at the show. We had a couple people do that last show. It worked out really great. Would love to do it for you again this show. Buy you a shirt, get you some stickers, a poster, and I will have it ready in a bag for you when you get there at the show on Friday. You can easily change your shirt. Absolutely.
Our friend Robin made us some Fountain City Pro bracelets, T-Swift bracelets, and we will be selling those as well. $5. So come grab a bunch. We got, I think, 20. So first come, first buy.
Yes. Turnbuckle trinkets.
That's it.
And I apologize. I should have had them on my list. That shows you how prepared I am. But turnbuckle trinkets, and the proceeds are going to go to a very special cause. I apologize. I do not have it. But if we shared the post today on social media, so if you go follow Turnbuckle Trinkets, they will let you know what those proceeds will go to. It's a very important cause. I know it has to do with LGBT.
I'll pull it up real quick.
Real
quick because I want to get that out because I saw a picture of them. They look fantastic.
Yes, and Chin also reminded me. We will be selling streamers at the show on Friday. Also, big huge shout out to Nick Chin because our ring announcer, the great Mark Adams, asked that I also let everybody know and encourage everybody show up in costumes.
Yes.
Show up in costumes. We will have a costume contest at intermission, and there will be a huge prize in store. So I will let everybody know that the huge prize that I am referring to has to do with 2025. So please make sure you show up in costume, and we'll get you taken care of.
I'm on Turnbuckle Trinkets Insta, which people can take a look at. I can't find the charity, but we will get that tweeted out. Some incredible stuff, and you can take a little sneak peek at what you might be getting.
Absolutely. All right. Scan the QR code, guys. Get you some tickets. Come join us Friday, October 18th at the Ball Event Center in Olathe, Kansas. Fantastic night. We're going to have run through this card really quick again. We're going to have Logan Knight versus Warhorse. We're going to have debuting Chancla Violence, Angel De Paz, and Bruisador Valencia versus the main attraction, a.k.a. Team Double Stuff, Calvin Aldridge and Tobias Storm. Another tag team match. Austin Reddick and Tommy Too Good, T2G, ACFC versus Ray Leon and a mystery partner. We're going to have a confrontation between Midnight Guthrie and Nick Chin. We're going to have a no holds barred match between Death Wish, Anakin Murphy, and Stiff Robo Ginger Gary J. And then making history, All Steel Jay Fowler versus the Grand Regent Camaro Jackson. Thank all of our sponsors, guys. Get you a ticket, come out, have fun. That's what it's about. Other than that, anything else, Hartzell?
I got nothing. We do it together. We open it together March 8th. Let's close it out on October 18th and look forward to every day after the 18th. So from October 19th on, you're going to have a champion. And that is pretty cool. But this will be the last week you will be able to say that our champion is vacant. We kicked that buster out of the way because Friday forward, you will have a champion. And a worthy champion at that.
Agreed. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today in this impromptu thing. Make sure you join the Discord. Come do the watch along for Injustice for All. Also, check out our YouTube so you can catch up on all of our events leading up to Wayward Sun. And we'll see you Friday.
Friday, baby. You down with FCP?
Yeah, you know me.
Cut it. That's a wrap.